Hi everyone, it's Dave. Welcome back to Return of the Vintage. I had a really good weekend at the garage sales and I wanted to go through some of what I was able to find. I'll go through the price and then kind of a strategy in regards to what I'm going to do next. So let's get going. So here is what I was able to track down this weekend. A little bit of everything. I would say didn't spend a ton of money, but I'm hopeful that as I go through these and start doing some research on eBay that I'll be able to come up with some pretty good deals here. So first of all, I was able to get this G.I. Joe box here. I've seen them before. Unfortunately, the actual box itself usually doesn't sell for too much, if anything. Usually I'll just kind of lot it up with some of the other items I was able to find. Looks like I got some good clothes here from the, I guess, the 50s, 60s, somewhere in that ballpark. Some weapons. Weapons are always really good to sell. Able to find a manual, a little bit here. So I guess for me, the strategy when I find, let's see what we're able to find here. I don't have the date on it, but usually when I'm able to find items like this for G.I. Joe, and again, this isn't the 80s G.I. Joe, this is the 50s, 60s G.I. Joes. I'll usually kind of lot it up. I'll do some research to see if they go in specific groups, as you can see here, like the survival guide, the set. There'll usually be like individual sets that you can put them together and then sell them in that capacity, but I don't think I really have a full set here for any, so I'll probably just lot it up as a big set and just kind of sell individually, but we'll see. Hopefully get some out of it. Again, I'll probably just keep the box. It's a pretty cool box, but I'll just sell the clothes separately. Next, I found this lantern. For me, I find a lot of lanterns around here in New England. Usually not worth much. It all depends on, I guess, what I'll see here on the glass portion. New York, fit all. It's probably a Monarch, that would be my guess. Yeah, it's a Monarch. All right, well, unfortunately, this probably won't go for too much. I only spent a couple dollars on it, but it looks like it was probably repainted. But I don't know, we'll see. I'll probably put it up for 20 bucks, maybe put it on Facebook Marketplace, see where we go from there. So this guy right here, this pestle and mortar, I usually don't try to sell these too often, but what I do look for on these that the collectors really like is like a swirl on the wood. And you can see, if you look in here, you can tell it's definitely antique. But I really try to find the swirl, and I looked and I was able to find some of that on the wood here. Looks a little bit of a swirl there. A little bit on the side here. So I'm hopeful that this is going to be considered a swirl in the world of the collectors, and I'm able to get some good money out of it. Maybe I'll post it for 100 bucks, see where it goes from there. But definitely antique, worth the $10 gamble. We'll see where it goes from there. Next, so for me, I went into this place that had all these different tins, and usually you'll see your tobacco tins, you'll see your cocoa tins, you'll see your coffee tins, and all kinds of tins. But whenever I go and I see tins, the first thing I go for is marshmallows. Always marshmallows. I don't know what it is about marshmallows and tins, but I've gotten the little ones before that usually sell for like 200 bucks. You'll see like the campfire vintage tins won't sell for as much, but I've never seen this one. It's called a Unice marshmallows. It's a large one, looks like out of Reading, Pennsylvania. But I spent $5 on this. It's not in like the greatest condition. There's some cracks and rust on here, but I did some research. I didn't even find one of these online, so I think I'm gonna put it up for like 200 bucks and see what I get out of it. But really super rare, so excited to see for $5 what I'm able to get out of it. But I would say if you're at an estate sale, at a garage sale, at a yard sale, if you find anything that's a tin that's marshmallow related, for some reason always goes for so much. I don't know if anyone has any insight in that. Feel free to leave any comments, but always target these. And then I found a really cool group of vintage Boston Bruins, Montreal Canadiens. This is kind of like an ephemera lot of different magazines from the 60s, the 70s. Bobby Orr. Anything I find Bobby Orr usually sells, but this looks like it's more of a kind of just a like a ad for a specific store in Massachusetts. Another Bobby Orr. Lots of these little items here. Just really, really cool. Unfortunately, though, ephemera for me, just for some reason, just never sells. Oh, here's like a ticket from a game, 1975. But overall, I mean, more like cool than anything else. And I only spent $5 on it. But really, I think maybe something I actually give to like a friend that's like a big Bruins fan. Because, and maybe we'll see if there's anything I can sell in here. But ultimately, I think it's just more the cool factor than anything else. Someone just really taking a lot of time for these clippings out of the newspaper. I'll put this together. So probably won't sell for a lot. So like I said, I think this is probably just going to be something I'm going to give to a friend and maybe sell one of the magazines. I know there's a lot of Montreal fans that you don't see too much Montreal stuff online. So maybe I'll try to sell the Montreal one, maybe this NHL team annual, maybe a couple of these, but the rest definitely just going to give to a friend. So overall, I mean, I think it's a pretty good weekend. I think the big winner here for sure is the marshmallows, and I'll definitely let you know if that's able to sell for the 200. I'm hopeful that I'm able to get away with that swirl, and the collectors see that and recognize that the mortar and the pestle will be something that'll go for a good amount of money. So I think overall, over the weekend, I think I spent in total maybe $35, and hopeful to come up maybe around $300 or so. So hope all is well with everyone out there. Feel free to leave any comments or anything that's helpful, because again, I'm working off of what I know, but I'm sure there's a lot of experts out there that can give a little bit more insight. So appreciate it. Until next weekend, give me a follow at Return to the Vintage, and we'll see you soon.